We're already into the 7th over, and the score is 50 for none. Both Hassanuzzaman Ripon and Khondaka Rajiv Hassan are in the middle. Oh, that's been hit straight down the ground. It's coming straight towards us and beats the long off fielder for a boundary. Score goes to 54 for none. First real shot in anger from Hassanuzzaman Ripon, and it was flat batted straight down the ground. Sorry for the technical glitches, and there will be a change in the com box. Alif Tasim will take it from here.
Thank you so much, Akib. That's been cut away. And the fielder does well to stop the ball. It's once again hot and humid. Since it's afternoon, the sun is in the middle of the sky and it's beating down. Dhaka Snipers, they're taking on Electrifying Bluez. That's wide, outside the off stump. Hassanuzzaman Ripon has got a very good start. 30 from 17. And he's someone who can hit the ball really hard. Has been playing in the amateur scene for a long time. So he has to understand the situation and play according to that. Once again, it's wide, but was within the line. The umpire, Raisul Islam Nafiz, hasn't signaled anything. Tanzir Ahmed Pyle is for his first over. That's pulled. Good stop, but no, makes a fumble, does the fielder. And it goes for a boundary. Sloppy stuff. He should have done better. After 7, it's 61 for none. It's Kamrul Islam Saad. Oh, that one reared up really quick and hurried on to the batter. Good work from the fielder. Good footwork, in fact. Perhaps he was a footballer once, now playing cricket. $62 for none. Dhaka Snipers. That's down the leg. Saad just misses his line and rightfully called a wide. Good bowling, pitched up. It will just be a single. Once again, it's hit really hard, but we'll find Khondaka Rajiv Hassan at long off. So back-to-back singles in this over, and a wide as well from Kamrul Islam Saad. This may happen in amateur cricket. The control might not be always consistent. But Kamrul Islam Saad is someone who has some pace. Normally in last man stands, we don't see express pace from the fast bowlers apart from a few bowlers. But he's one of them who has some good pace. That was hit really hard straight back to the bowler, and a difficult chance got put down. And this ends the 8th over. It's 66 for none. After 8, it's 66 for none. Dhaka Snipers. They are off to a rollicking start. Courtesy to Hasanuzzzaman Ripon and Khandokar Rajiv Hassan. It's 67 for none with this single. In fact, but not this single. This will be the first delivery of the 9th. That's clipped from the pads. The fielder is having a long chase, and he did well, but eventually will he be able to stop the boundary? He did, with the help of another fielder. And in the meantime, the batters have crossed over the pitch for a couple of times. That slapped straight to the deep cover fielder. 70 for none, Dhaka Snipers. Runs are coming thick and fast for them. And in this batting paradise, they should take the full advantage. Play and a miss, just past the outside edge. That's straight to cover as well. Another single. So 4 runs from this Tanzir Ahmed pile over. He's been frugal and bowled in the right channels too. Once again goes wide. So that's the second wide, which means 3 runs will be added to the cards. After 9, it's 74 for none. on the pads. Hasib was expensive in his first over. Gave 15 runs. Dhaka snipers are cruising along. All these live pictures are coming to you from Boshundhara, from City Club Cricket Ground. In fact, you are watching Boshundhara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Ace and sponsored by T Sports. Short, pulled away, but we'll find the man. The third and the final game of the day between Electrifying Bluez and Dhaka Snipers. That's in the air, but will land safely. Pulled him, castled him up, and that's the first blood drawn by Hasib. 1 second shorter, the batter went for the pull but missed it completely, and that's the wicket of Khandakar Rajiv Hassan, who had a good start. Who had a great start, has to depart. It's 76 for 1. Iqbal Ilahi Khan is at number 3. Turn on offer, they're appealing for it, but no response from Raisul Islam Nafis. Ends the over with a dot. A successful over, certainly, for Electrifying Bluez. 76 for 1. 10 overs gone. The end has been changed and it's Mir Sabbir Islam with his second spell. Conceded 8 runs per over in his first. Hasanuzzaman Ripon swung but missed. On the verge of his 50 is Ripon. And if he scores 5 runs more, he will have to retire. Slapped in the gap. Results in a boundary. 49 from 29, just one short of his 50 is Ripon, and he looks to be in a great touch. That's his 50. A very well compiled innings from Hasanuzzaman Ripon. Late shots all around the ground. And as per the rule of last man stands, he has to go back to the pavilion. 50 from 30. And this bright innings comes to a close for a temporary basis. From the edge, away from the fielder, and he covered well. Was very quick. And in the meantime, the new batter has arrived. It's AB Rakib. Dabbed away once again to the same region. Hasib got the breakthrough in the last over. Once again, he's appealing, but the umpire says it was going down the leg. A couple of runs will be taken in the meantime. So both the batters, Iqbal Ilahi and AB Rakib, are new in the middle. So they have to form a new partnership. And this is the fun of LMS. As a player, when you are unable to remove the openers, you have a chance to send them back by letting them do the 50. That's a big shot. How far is that traveling? Not far enough, but a catch could be taken, which has been dropped. '87 for one, tucked away. A single will be taken. Oh, beautiful delivery. Absolutely a peach of a delivery from Hasib. It turned, it bounced, it surprised everyone. After 12, it's 88 for one, and this is how the bowling card looks like. So after 13, it's 98 for one. Dhaka Snipers. Edged away in the air. There's a fielder underneath. Over his head. Hundred comes up for Dhaka Snipers at the 14th over. And Iqbal Ilahi has hit a 6 from a miscued shot. Played and missed. There was an appeal for a caught behind as well. That's a cracking stroke, but there's the fielder straight down to his throat. It's 104 for 2. Dhaka Snipers They lose their second. Iqbal Ilahi is on his walk back. For the first time. So Sabbir Hussain will face Mir Sabbir Islam. It's gonna be a battle between the Sabbirs. Gets off the mark by playing a delicate looking cover drive. It's 1-6 for 2. Dhaka Snipers. From the outside part of the bat, the fielder does extremely well to stop the boundary with his feet. That must be commended. End of another over. It's 108 for 2. Dhaka Snipers. That's straight to the fielder. Will be a single only. The runs are coming in a consistent basis for Dhaka Snipers. That's 109 for 2. The loss of wicket could not really hamper the flow of runs. That's a lovely looking shot. Over the top. And it went sailing over. For a 6. Such a delectable looking shot from Sabbir. And it went saying like, bye bye buddy. single as well. Hasn't been up to the mark. People should have done better on some occasions. He needs to be more agile about wickets. That's a long limit. That's going to be a single. Through leg bites perhaps. Single comes, it's a leg bite. Kept a tad low. And once again the batter played it slightly late, did Sabri Hussain. Will find a single. So it's 184 for 3 and it's been a great day over bowling from the Electrifying Bluez bowlers. The batters haven't found a rhythm much, but that's not good bowling. Commentators curse. Well. It's not given us a wide. I was expecting this one to be called a wide, and the batter is also surprised. However, we need to respect the decision of wide. This is what cricket is all about. To win on the line versus decision full toss. The batsman swung away. It's a low ball as well. Nothing is going in Electrifying favor. That was the second effect. Alright, we take low full toss, put it in the gap, and Munna puts it away for a boundary. Well, it's not a boundary, it's a 6. It's over the line. It's a 6. And the free hit has been utilized. tail pin. Cracking sound of the willow tells the story of the shot, how good it was hit, how sweetly it was done, and flew all the way for half a dozen. A poor delivery from Imran Khan. He should be doing better, perhaps in search of your bill. He delivered that awful toss, and that's been happened. Back on the bat, but angle was turning out the leg, and it was very much heavily with the keeper would also moved outside the leg side. Holy delivery. That tells you that he delivered the ball from wide of the crease. Short, but Munna misses out the opportunity of putting the ball. That's well connected. Well placed as well. That has wings on it to fly. Second six of this Imran Limon over, and this is turning out to be an expensive one. 13 runs already, and still about to go. And Dhaka Snipers heading towards the total that I mentioned of 180. Over starts off with a full toss, and the batter might be disappointed because he missed out opportunity on putting the ball away. Fumble from the fielder as well, but no damage done for that through its running. Well, what are you doing? What have you done? Is it a time to bowl a no ball? In the last over, when the batters are in a murderous mood, why do you deliver a no ball? It's a free hit. And Sabbir is on strike, the devastating Sabbir. If he hits it for a boundary, he will have his 50. That's the 50 for Sabbir Hussain. 50 from 18 deliveries only. And lot of cracking blows. Just like the last one. 184 for 4 Dhaka snipers. And they have built a very solid foundation for defending. Once again, pitched up, but not in the gap, straight to the fielder. They didn't have to move an inch. The new batter, Mohammad Munirujjaman, will face the ultimate delivery. And remember, if he gets it for 6, it will be a home run, which means 12 runs. Come on, come on. Try to be more proactive. And that's it. That's the end of the first innings of the third and the final game, where Dhaka Snipers posted 187. The target for the Blues will be 188. Let's see what they come up with. We will be right back with the run chase, and we will have the exciting words of October.
innings of Electrifying Bluez versus Dhaka Snipers. And first ball, batsman gets an inside edge, Wahid Akhtar, and it flies away for 4. It's a good delivery by Habib Talukdar to beat the batsman's pace, but Wahid was lucky enough to get an inside edge to the boundary. Chasing Electrifying Bluez are chasing quite a big score, 188. So it's necessary that we get off to a good start. So much urgency to run second. So that concludes over number 1. The score is 7. Down the ground this time, and it trickles away to the boundary for 4 runs. Not much power in that shot, but it was all timing. All he needed to do was just clear the inner ring, and because of the short boundaries over here, you don't really have to put a lot of power into the boundaries. Wide given by the umpire, got some outswing there in Monirul Zaman. Not generating much pace, he's bowling around the milky medium range, but almost offering the perfect pace for the batsman to play their shots. Cut away this time to the offside, but he'll find the deep point fielder for a single. To guide it down to third man. is up and does a great job to restrict the batsman to just one run, and that concludes over number 2. The score moves 14 to 1. Oh, the bowler completely lost it. Now all eyes on the umpire. Is that a no ball? Yes, it looks like it's been given as a no ball. Completely lost it at the end and did not even land on the pitch. Pushed away on the leg side. And 2 batsmen will cross over for 1 run. Beg your pardon, that wasn't signalled a no ball. It was signalled a dead ball. Driven down the ground, but no real pace on the shot, so will only wield them 1 run. So no real shots played in anger in the first 2 overs, although they're chasing quite a big score. I think it's about time that the Electrifying Bluez start playing some electrifying shots. Looking to cut, misses it, misses the stump, and so does it miss the keeper. And that runs away for 4 byes. That sloppy work from the keeper there. Batsman exposed his stumps, tried to generate some room, missed it completely, and almost took the off stump out, but in the end it was the keeper who fumbled and allowed an extra 4 byes. Rajiv steaming in. Keeper up to the stumps. I think the boy is done. Keep the batsman in his crease. Especially when the bowler is not bowling with much pace. The tendency of the batter is to use the speed and get to the pitch. Makes it easier to generate power in the shot. Keeper up to the stumps also brings stumping into play. So it's a good play from the fielding side to bring the keeper up to the stumps. Keeps the batsman honest, goes for the scoop, misses it, and that's been signalled a wide by the umpire. That ends over number 3, the score being 25. Oh, that's very, very steep bounce from Habib Taluka. That was a vicious delivery, completely surprised Arifin Rahman. Habib Taluka going round the wicket to the right hand, targeting the pads. Maybe got some in swing there, and the batsman crossover for a leg by. Yes, a very effective angle, the left arm arm. Modern day cricket, it's very, very valuable if you're able to swing the ball back into the right-handers because it's an angle they're not used to facing. Once again, another attempted bouncer, but this time, because of the extra bounce, it's been signaled a wide. Still, I like this ploy from Habib Talukar. You don't see much bouncers bowled in LMS cricket. Bowlers here are not bowling with the pace to really test the batsman's shoulders. But good heat from Habib Talukar. This time he goes for the Yorker and it's been hit down the ground and hits the side screen. It's a great shot from Wahid Talukar to get 4 runs. The bowler went for the double bluff. Thought that the batsman would be expecting another bouncer. He went for the Yorker, but the batsman was up to the task. Once again, another short pitch delivery attempted, but this time he doesn't get the appropriate bounce, and the batsman also misses out, playing an uppercut. Some extra bit of pace beats the batsman, and there was width on offer, but it's pace that really hit the batsman there. Once again, a similar delivery and similar pace, and it's just too quick for Wahid Akhtar to handle, and that ends over number 4 with the score being 31 for none. more electrifying in their shot making for the moment, and that's going to get away through the offside and clears that offside boundary. What power, what timing, what class from Arifin Rahman to be able to clear that offside field with such ease. That is a shot, probably the shot of the day for me. All the 3 games we haven't seen a classy shot like that. Once again, Wick outside the line of the off stump and goes straight to that third man field, and he's been taken, slashed hard. Arifin Rahman and got a thick outside edge which carried straight to that third man fielder. Bit unlucky. Either field here and there, and it would have been a boundary because it was travelling at a rate of knots. But Arifin Rahman has to leave the field. And Electrifying Bluez lose their first wicket, scored at 45. Is the new batsman, the right-hander, taking down. Delicately guided down to third man. Gets out the mark as you see. Only Jaman is into second. Small with some decent pace. The batsman was still able to find the offside region to find a sink, and it's 47. Another attempted bouncer there. And that concludes over number 6. The score being 47 for a full toss by Iqbal Ilahi, the new bowler, and it's been tucked away on the leg side. The batsman hardly put any real power on that shot, did Wahid Akhtar. Did not panic seeing that height, waist high full toss. Stayed calm and just helped it on its way for a boundary. Poor delivery by Iqbal Ilahi to start proceedings. Through the offside, another classy shot sliced behind point for another boundary. Wahid Akhtar is stepping on the gas now, and so is Electrifying Bluez. They are 55 for 1 after 6.2 overs. As we can see, we're here at Bosundhara Last Man Stands Dhaka League. This is the third game of the day between Electrifying Bluez and Dhaka Snipers. And as you can see the target, Dhaka Snipers batted first and scored 187, and Electrifying are in good position to offer us an exciting game. Short and wide, but the batsman misses out on this occasion. Pulled away, going straight to that short fine leg fielder, and takes a good tumbling catch, does the fielder. And that's the fall of the second wicket, and the dangerous Wahid Akhtar, who was looking so comfortable, looking so set, looked like that he's going to get a big one today, but he gets out and falls, and the second wicket falls for Electrifying Bluez. The score is 55 for 2. After an array of classy shots, Wahid Akhtar now has to make his way back to the pavilion. Iqbal Ilahi took his first wicket, about to go last ball of the over. Looking for a cut shot, and the batsman misses out. Sabir Islam is the new batsman, and that ends over number 7, and the score being 55 for 2. The left arm spinner is back into the attack, and that's released from wide of the crease. Looking to target the pads of the batsman. It's the left arm spinner, and starts off well. I think it's a good boy with two new batters in the crease, and this is a perfect time for a spinner to come into the attack. Sabir Hussain. very wide of the crease to release the ball, offering no width. There are two batters out there. Two new batters are at the crease after both the openers got off to a decent start. Oh, that's a good delivery. Appeal from the bowler, but umpire said it was too high. Batsman was looking for a big hike on the leg side, and the bowler saw it and pulled his length back and just couldn't get under the ball with the batsman. Intentionally opens the face of the bat to get it down to its fine length for an easy single. The loss of the two wickets, the start or the momentum that Electrifying Bluez found initially lost for the moment. And that's pulled him. That's another wicket for Dhaka Sniper. This time Sabir Hussain gets the right-handed batter out. It was a good delivery. It was fired into the stumps. Over. We needed only 3 runs. The batsman was starting to feel the pressure. He needed to do something on the last ball, but only managed to get his off-stump run. That's the third wicket down. The score. New bowler Iqbal He's into his second over now. Picked up a wicket in his last over. Bowled with some decent pace, and once again testing out the batsman with a short one, which normally you don't see much in LMS cricket. Another good delivery. This time much fuller, but still gets good bounce from the surface. Once again shows that this pitch has some pace and bounce. Once again, another similar delivery, and the batsman misses out. Sabir Islam. It's the third consecutive dot ball, and some serious pressure built on Electrifying Bluez. Dhaka Snipers haven't let them hit those boundaries, especially in the last 3 overs. And Electrifying Bluez are falling behind on the run rate. This time it's been pushed away through the offside for a single. Down to a third man. Amrul Samsad. Another attempted bouncer this time from Iqbal Ilahi, but this time it's just too high, and the umpire signals it as a wide delivery. another wide, the second wide of the over, which will wheel the batting side 3 runs, and that concludes over number 9, the score being 64 for 3. Sabir Hussain into his second over, and the batsman pushes it away for a single on the offside. Goes for a big hike and the batsman misses, so does the keeper, and it's going to be 4 byes signaled by the umpire. We're into the 10th over, and Sabir Hussain continues. He's bowled very well. Defended straight back to the bowler by Sabbir Islam, the batsman, who's batting on 4 runs from 9 deliveries. Struggling to get going is Sabbir Islam. Looking for a paddle sweep, but hits the pad, and they will cross over for 1 run. And that ends over number 10. Electrifying Bluez are 71 for 3. We're already halfway through the innings, and the required run rate is quite high for Electrifying Bluez. They have to start stepping on the gas. With 117 runs required of the last 50 deliveries, they need more than 2 a ball from here. So they have to start finding the boundary. And they haven't been allowed. They have been tied down, especially in the last 3-4 overs. I think they have hardly found the boundary. There was one boundary through the mistake of a keeper. Except that, haven't been any boundaries off the bat. Tucked away on the leg side. Sabbir Islam gets a single. But Sabbir is really struggling to get his strike rate going. He's batting on 6 runs from 11 deliveries. And Saad, who's also new to the crease, is batting on 5 of 4. Have to start finding some rhythm over here, because they're running out of deliveries. Goes for a big hike, but hardly gets any good connection gone. And the fielder at long on tidies up and keeps it down to a single. cut away through the offside for a single by Sabir Islam. Still cannot find the boundary. He's batting on 7 of 12 deliveries, and the Electrifying Bluez are running out of deliveries. With 114 required of 47 deliveries, it's becoming very, very difficult. Charging down the track, a couple of steps down, but completely misses a big hoik from the batsman there. Masharul Islam Munna has quietly bowled a very good over here. 4 deliveries into his over and only 3 runs conceded. Pulled away, a short delivery, but still cannot find the boundary. Can Sabir Islam. End of 11 overs, it's 75 for 3. And that's bowled him. Sabir Hussain gets his second wicket into his third over. Bowled it flat, bowled it straight. The batsman charged down the track, but wasn't able to connect whatsoever. And his middle stump gets rattled. And that is the fall of the 4th wicket of the Electrifying Bluez. A shout for an LBW. The left arm spinner bowling to that left-hander. Tanzir Ahmed Payal is the new batsman in. Normally it's a tougher angle for the left arm spinner to bowl, bowling especially to the left-hander, who will access that leg side boundary. It's a natural swing for the left-hander towards that cow corner region. And with the ball spinning in, makes it a much more easier. Flicked away on the leg side, and it runs away to the boundary for an easy 4 runs. There was no fielder at fine leg. The fine leg fielder is very, very wide. Hence, any little touch down the leg side is a certain boundary. Pyle gets off the mark. It's a good idea from Sabir Hussain. Changes his ploy, goes round the wicket to the left-hander. He knows that instead of looking to spin the ball back in, why not push it across the left-hander and challenge his offside game. Once again, this time got some spin back into the left-hander, and who flicks it away once again. But this time there's a fine leg fielder there to stop it and restrict it to only 1 run. And that ends over number 12 with a score at 80 for 4. Majharul Islam Munna. Continues. He bowled a very economical first over. And bowling some handy medium pace with the keeper up to the stumps. Once again, a good ploy to keep the batsman honest and in his crease. Knows that he looks to use his feet against the medium pacer. There's a high risk of getting stumped. Once again, bowled across the left hander. He's challenging that offside game of Pyle. Knows that he's someone who likes to access the leg side boundary. But 108 required of just 38 deliveries. Electrifying Bluez has to get something going here. Looks for a pull, but only gets a bottom edge on the offside for a single. There's no point just looking to play out these overs. Electrifying either have to go for the win, or there's no point playing for pride here. If you die, you have to die. You cannot die wondering. You have to go for it, no matter how difficult the task may look. And that's been cut away. Finally, a boundary from the bat of Sabbir Islam. That's his first boundary, and he has been in the crease for a very long time, but finally finds a boundary there. It was a bad delivery. It was short. It was wide. There was width there, and Sabbir Islam was able to latch on. Once again, cut away down to third, a deep third man fielder for a single. And that ends over number 13 with the score at 86 for 4. Mazharul Islam Munna continues for his third over. And was defended with a straight bat back to the bowler by Sabir Islam. He's not really bothered at the moment to find those boundaries. Looks for a big hoik across the line, gets a leading edge, and it flies away to the boundary at third man. The batsman had no idea where that ball went initially, and then looked around and saw that the ball found its way down to that third man boundary. They need all the luck they can get if they want to get anywhere close to this total of 187. Does the Electrifying Bluez. Once again, well bowled, good length. It's hitting that hard length where it's very difficult to play those cross-batted shots. It's not short enough for you to cut, nor full enough for you to drive. That's a very, very hard length that Munna is targeting at the moment. Now Saad is on strike. Down the leg side, looking to play that pickup shot, but once again misses out, hits the pads, and will wield only a run. And this will definitely not hurt the Dhaka snipers. They know that singles and doubles are not going to hurt them. It's only the over boundaries. Not even fours are not going to hurt them all that much. They need over boundaries from here on. Pulled away this time, and it's going to be a boundary. Finally, that ends over number 15, and Sabir Islam moves to 27, and the Electrifying Bluez reach their team 100. A slog sweep attempted from Pyle. It's good thinking from Rakib. He knows that Pyle will play those leg side hoiks, and he's keeping it away from the left-handers hitting arc. I will not be surprised if he goes for that same delivery once again. This time hit down the ground, but straight back to the bowler. Another dot delivery. Only 23 deliveries remaining. It's almost like Electrifying Bluez has given up for the moment. Another on drive down the ground for a single. Once again, Sabir guides it away to that third man region, to that vacant third man region, and gets another boundary. But these delicate shots, cute little shots, I don't think will make much of a difference. It's big power hitting over boundaries that they require. They need some electrifying momentum to get any real chance of getting close to this target. Once again, it's been guided away to that offside region, to the deep point fielder for a single. And it concludes over number 16. The score is 109 for 4. Finally, an attempted big shot on the leg side, but is unable to find the gap. Sabir Hussain, he's been the best bowler so far for Dhaka Snipers. He's into his last over of his spell, and he's already got 2 wickets and only given away 12 runs. It's been a very, very economical spell so far, and he'll be looking to finish strong. Head back, opportunity for a cotton bolt, but the bowler drops it. He'll be very disappointed because nobody wants to drop a catch of their own bowling. Goes down the ground, the spile, but doesn't have much legs to carry to the boundary, and the mid-off fielder tidies up to keep it down for a single. Another classy looking shot pushed away on the offside this time, and which will give them another run. The fielder does well, covered a lot of ground to stop that ball from going to the boundary. Hit in the air but lands in no man's land to finish over number 17, and the score is 113 for 4. Another on drive, classy looking on drive this time from Pyle, but he has really struggled to get any real momentum into his innings. He's faced 16 deliveries and he's striking well under 100, which is not ideal whatsoever for LMS cricket. The format is meant to hit boundaries. We have only 8 men on the field. There are open gaps. Obviously, this format is designed for entertainment. The people who watch this format, they want to see boundaries, they want to see 6s and 4s, they want to see wickets, but we haven't been seeing runs or wickets, boundaries or wickets in the last 5-6 overs. It has been quite boring, quite, looks like both the teams are just going through the motions, and a win for the Dhaka Snipers seems like a formality from here on, with 74 required of 14 deliveries. Attempted Yorker goes wrong, ends up becoming a low full toss, but the batsman isn't able to take full toll of that. And that's a wide given by the umpire, Habib Talukdar. I'll be very disappointed because at the moment it's not like they have to restrict the batsman. It's just that the way everything's going, they'll be looking to finish this game as quickly as possible. Oh, that's flicked away on the leg side and it finds the gap. Finally does Pyle. That's his first boundary. After facing 17 deliveries, he's able to get his first boundary. But it's too little too late for the Electrifying Bluez, because with only 12 deliveries remaining, even a boundary now doesn't make much difference. Oh, that's a fiery delivery by Habib Talukdar. Got some steep bounce there. Not much pace, but somehow the ball still carried through to the keeper. And that really surprised Pyle there. He wasn't expecting a bouncer. Yeah, it's a good ploy from the bowlers. Again, another attempted bouncer and really reared up on Pyle. He somehow just manages to fend it off to that third man fielder for a single. It's good to see that the bowlers are testing the batsman out with that short delivery. Monir Zaman is back to bowl his medium pace. It's been sliced away through the offside region, but the fielder is there to tidy up, but he ends up making a hash of it. And it goes to the boundary to give Pyle his second boundary of his innings. At the moment, with only 9 deliveries remaining, I think the fielding side is looking to close this game as quickly as possible. Once again hits the pads, and the two batters cross over for 1 run. Oh, that's a big shot and an opportunity for a run out, but the bowler stops the batsman from attempting any run. Oh, that's been hit down the ground, flat batted straight down to that mid-off fielder for a single. Sabir Islam moves to 36 of 30 deliveries, but this innings never had any real momentum whatsoever to chase this big score down. Neither of the batsmen looked like they showed any real intent whatsoever to chase this score down. And once again, another classy looking shot, but this time finds the fielder at long on for a single. And that ends over number 19, the penultimate over of the innings. And with only 1 over to go, the batting side, Electrifying Bluez, require 60 runs, which is impossible to least to say. Finally, we're down to the last over of the game, and Habib Talukdar is about to bowl. I think the fielding side have the bonus point in their mind. That's a good delivery, a short and wide delivery, and the batsman misses out on it. And I think the bowlers are very circumspect about their field placings because they don't want to concede more than 10 runs in this over. That's been flat batted through the offside. And it seems like the fielder was quite late to pick it up, the deep point fielder. Hence, but the two batsmen only managed to pick up 1 run. So it seems like both of them has kind of given up. And if the fielding side can win with more than 50 runs, they will get a bonus point. Once again, sliced away on the offside. This time, he will find the boundary. Sabir Islam moves to 40 of 31 deliveries. With 2 deliveries remaining now in the innings. Oh, that's another neat looking shot and another boundary for Sabir Islam. At this point, his innings is only a commiseration for Electrifying Bluez. With only one final delivery of the innings left. Final delivery of the match, to be honest. And can Sabir get a 50? Goes for a big shot. And has that gone for 6? It has gone for 6. Yes, and that takes Sabir Islam to his personal milestone of 50. But he will not be pleased with this innings because it wasn't enough to get his team over the line. And that ends match number 3 of Last Man Stands Dhaka League from Mirpur City Club Cricket Stadium. And Dhaka Snipers win this game by 38 runs. Quite a comfortable win. They were never really in any danger whatsoever in any phase of the game. They dominated all the way through and in the end became victorious. And commiserations for Electrifying Bluez, who batted well, especially Sabir Islam in the back end, finished with 50 not out of 33 deliveries. And that's it all from here. And we'll be back once again with more games to come in the upcoming days of Last Man Stands Bosundhara Dhaka League. Goodbye, everyone.